Doug Lesmerises, Nathan Baird, Stephen Means on our YouTube channel. Get subscribed. Also check it out at cleveland.com/Buckeye Talk. Quinn Ewers officially enrolling at Ohio State for this season. We don't yet know exactly when he's going to be in Columbus. Nathan, this came out last week. Frankly, I'm a little surprised at anybody who's acting like this is this much news, because of course it's the final thing, but like I thought we all figured it was going to happen anyway. How are you viewing the actual finality of it, that on this Monday, yes, Quinn Ewers even tweeted it himself, he's coming to Ohio State for this year?
Yeah, it was an inevitability in my opinion. But I would also stop short of saying anything about finality here, because for our purposes, those of us who cover the beat, there's not finality. Now it's like, when does he actually get here and what does that mean? Which I'm sure we're going to talk about here in a minute. But you know what I'm saying? Like it's still a liquid situation, still a fluid situation as to what it means for Ohio State this fall, if anything.
But people are acting like, why are we doing an emergency podcast? Oh my God. It's like, what are you talking about? We did an emergency podcast 4 days ago and assumed we already talked this all out. Like, I don't even know why we're doing this video. We've already discussed everything there is to discuss when we were assuming that he was coming this year. Stephen, what's the deal about this news and how it came down on this Monday?
It's just official. And so obviously people have to get all up in arms about it. And it becomes an interesting topic now, especially since a lot of people watching this will probably be on Monday and Tuesday. On Tuesday, we're going to talk to the quarterbacks. And so it's funny, the first time we actually get to talk to Corey Dennis or any of these quarterbacks, we also have another human being that we get to talk about. Well, I don't know if we can talk about him by name yet, because we don't know if he's actually signed a piece of paper yet, but it's just official. So it gives another reason for people to get all excited about something that we already knew was coming last week.
We're allowed to say his name. I don't know if they're allowed to say it. We can say anybody's name that we want to say.
Well, I mean, like when I'm asking a question about it on Tuesday, can I say, hey, what do you think of Quinn Ewers? Or do I have to do the whole little dance thing still?
So I guess people want us to talk about what we think is going to happen. And Nathan, to your point, we don't know when he's going to get here. And he's not going to be here for Wednesday, it seems like, when practice starts. So how does that affect your view of what he may or may not do for this team this season?
Of the three of us, if people go back and listen to the pod we did, I was the one who was maybe the most skeptical of him certainly being able to win the job by opening day. Steven might have been in that same camp. And I, in retrospect, wish I'd been even more like demonstrative in my doubt of that, because my doubt has grown as this has gone on. And I think every day that goes by that he's not here for camp, it makes it that much harder for him to become the starter at some point this year.
So you don't think he's going to be the starter at any point this year?
I'm starting to trend that way, yeah.
Okay. Stephen, what do you think how his timetable influences what he may do this season?
I mean, he'll be, I would assume he would be here in the next 10 days. So it's not, he'll miss what? 2 or 3 practices tops, which is a big deal, but he'll be in the next 10 days. I would assume that. I think I'm not going to rule out that we get to that 6th game and they get to the bye week and maybe he has a chance to steal the job from somebody, but I'm not going to hold my breath for it either. I would approach this as he's here for a year of development, and at worst, he's the starting quarterback when they take the field in 2022. But I am not going to completely rule out that a guy who is this good was playing catch up, might have caught up by the time we get to game 7.
You're going to have to listen to the Tuesday Buckeye Talk. Here's my advice. Don't listen to what people say about this, including the people involved in it, because it is in everybody's best interest to downplay the possibility of him playing until the moment he steps on the field as Ohio State's starting quarterback at some point this season. The idea that they're just going to punt, they only get this guy for 3 years and they're going to punt a year, doesn't make any sense to me. So Tuesday Buckeye Talk, we will talk this out even more. Listen, get subscribed. Man, you're watching the video. Seriously, if you stumbled across us on YouTube or you're like, I just like faces, I wanted to watch faces, but you're not.
Pick these faces.
I mean, for real.
I'm gorgeous. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm much more handsome now than I used to be. I've really aged into my body. The idea that you would watch us, but then not listen to us, boggles the mind. So if you're not a regular Buckeye Talk listener, get subscribed. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, find us, Buckeye Talk. you'll like it and you'll want to tune in for the full Tuesday show where we will hash this out even more. For Stephen Means and Nathan Baird, I'm Doug Lesmerises. That was the Buckeye Talk video here on YouTube.